Alright, so you're out and the wind drops, and yeah, I've sat out here for about 20 minutes now, been waiting for the wind to come back. No, it's not happening. Quite a long way offshore. Now I could just sit here and just wait. I was sort of over there, managed to get on my feet, go crosswind and just go along, but it was hard work. There's not a lot of wind, kept falling in. So what I've done is I've managed to get myself upwind enough of where my launching spot is. It's probably about a third of a mile to get back to shore. Now I could sit here like this all day, no problem at all. Probably could try and get back onto my feet, but it's going directly downwind, which is quite hard work. So one of the things I've had to do in the past, and I am going to do today, is my light wind sort of get myself back to the beach type of thing. Now I could lay in the water, could try and get on my knees. That hurts my knees after a while. So what I elect to do is I tend to straddle the board. It just gives me a bit more stability. It means I can lean back and forward, keep myself, obviously because of the chop, that's going to be making an effort. But what I do is I ended up making the wing into like a spinnaker. So, and I find it's just the easiest way of doing it when the wind's particularly light. You can see because I'm straddling the board, it's quite easy to move the wing around. Bring the wing towards you, and then basically what you're going to do is put it above your head. Now if you try and hold it like that, yes, you'll start making headway, but you've got to hold your hands up, and it becomes a bit, yeah, after a while. So what I tend to do is I just plant the end of the wing on the end of the board and just hold the wing, and you can see now I'm making headway. And it's not particularly hard work. I'm just sitting here. I can go one-handed if I want to. My watch says I'm doing about 2.9, nearly 3 knots just now. But I'm now heading back to the beach. I'm not really working particularly hard. I'm out of the water, the wing is up. The nice thing is that it's visible from the shore. So anyone that's looking for you is going to see you. If they see that your wing is up like this, they're probably going to think to yourself, you know what, they're not in trouble. So they're going to be keeping an eye on you, but also it's easy for them to see you. Now the board is going over this way at the moment. If I bring the wing over to here, the board actually now starts to turn that way slightly. So I've got a way of actually steering slightly left and slightly right by basically just moving the wing from left to right. The weight of the wing is being taken on the board. I'm using basically one hand to do it. I can look through my window, I can see, or I can just do that and I can see where I need to go. So I want to go over there. So again, point the nose at where I want to go. Plant the board, basically plant the wing onto the board and just hang on. So it's like a giant spinnaker, it's taking me in. As long as you've got some wind, you know, even if it's 1 mile an hour, it will start taking you where you go. I'm not hurting my knees, I'm not hurting my back, I'm not straining my arms or anything. I'm actually quite comfortable sitting here, just looking around. But the nice thing is I'm very, very visible from the shore, so everyone can see me. Now, if you get to the point where you find it really quite hard to hold the wing, probably because the wind's come back up, that might then be enough for you to get back on your feet and start going back in a traditional way. But I've covered a good sort of 100 meters in the time I've been talking to you, and you know what, it's all right. I'm not having to swim, I'm not taking any water on. If I was in a colder country, my body is not in the water, I'm not getting cold. You know, it's fine. It's a good way to do it. So this is my little way that I tend to I wouldn't say self-rescue, but it's the way that if I get the wind drop and I'm offshore, always out in onshore winds or cross-shore winds. I never ever go out in offshore winds. It's just because of things like this, it can happen. The wind has dropped, and yeah, I'm finding myself quite a long way offshore. So now it looks to me like the wind actually might be filling in behind me, so I can sort of revert to possibly the normal way of getting back in, which would be to stand up and go for it. So to get back onto your feet, super easy. Put your board down. Now I'm on my knees and I'm back ready to go. So I've got enough wind now to probably get onto my feet. Maybe, actually thinking about it, that actually looks like there might well be enough for me to even get foiling. No, not. But I've come a long way in. I'm more than 2/3 of the way in now. So that's got me, you know, a lot closer to shore, and I'm feeling a lot better about things. In fact, actually, might well be barely enough wind. Woo, that's hard. Oh, now I'm up, there's wind, so it's filled in behind me. So I'd much rather be closer to shore than get myself back up again, rather than be offshore and, you know, struggling to get in. So here you go.